by video?
Yes, Judge, thank you so much for your service. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Ms. Gibbs, you've been charged in case 23 CR 005831J with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard? Good afternoon.
Hey, 6 total, 2022 simple battery against law enforcement, felony obstruction, 2009 DUI, 2020 DUI shoplifting, 2009 simple battery DV.
Okay, Ms. Nemini?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened December 7th of 2022 at 112 Spring Court, Fairburn. The defendant went to the victim, who is the defendant's husband, Mr. Dexter Lee. She went to his apartment and got into a verbal altercation, which led to her ripping the left front side of his shorts, which opened up his private parts, and they were exposed. Their sons, DL Jr. And DL, were both present during the incident. Considering she does have 3 open cases, the DUI by theft by shoplifting, and the FTA and this case, the state is asking for a $3,000 shorty bond, a stay away from the 112 Spring Court Fairburn Road, no further contact with Mr. Dexter Lee, 1 day of anger awareness, and no alcohol, drugs, guns, or weapons, Your Honor.
Judge, you cut out.
Has your office had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Lee?
No, Your Honor, we weren't able to reach Mr. Lee.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Abden.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client is 46 years old. She was born in Georgia, has lived here her whole life. She graduated from high school. She went to the University of Georgia for biology. She started in 1995, and she actually went back to school and graduated with a BA degree in psychology in May of 2017. She has 4 children and 1 grandchild. She has 2 minor children living in the home with her. They are 9 and 5 years old. She's the only person who can take care of those children. And her husband does not reside at their home address. He resides at the Spring Court address. She does not object to a stay away or a no further contact. It is my understanding that my client is currently suffering a traumatic brain injury due to being a victim of assault by the complaining witness. That case is in Henry County. I was unable to find it, but that is what she told me. And I am requesting, Your Honor, a signature bond for my client due to the fact that she's the only one who could take care of the children. We would be okay with the stay away, no further contact, and that is all.
It's going to be signature bond through the jail, no further contact with Mr. Lee, stay away from the Springs Court address, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
What was that amount?
$3,000 signature through the jail. Good luck to you, Ms. Gibbs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Children back. I need my children back. My husband has my children. They put my children in because we're still married. They gave. I'm sorry, it's from the.
Ms. Gibbs, so you're gonna get out today, and you can, I'm assuming, take your kids back, okay. And we can speak about that later. If you want to give me a call, we can talk, okay? But you don't have to pay any money. You can just leave today, okay?
Thank you.
You can't talk to your husband. So, Your Honor, can we maybe get her a third-party transport just in case she needs to go get the children? It sounds like they are with the husband.
You guys gave them to them because I was in here.
Yes, there can be a third-party transfer for the children.
Thank you.
Your Honor, quick question. Are you guys taking care of the FTA that's on the booking screen? Because she still has an FTA. And I believe that's a whole.
It's the same case. It's the same exact case.
Ms. Gibbs, you have the right to remain silent. Just let me, I got it. So, Your Honor, I wasn't sure if this was going to be on the calendar today. I did look into this. There is a companion case. There are 2 accusations with 2 different dates, but the allegations are identical. There's an FTA on that case. And this is, I guess, the charge she was not I brought before a judge for. So that is why it's on the first appearance calendar. But that case is open.
Okay, the only case that I know about is the 5831J case. You're telling me there's another?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell you
and
what that case is?
Is the state prepared to move forward with that case? I don't have any knowledge of.
It's
So
not
it's
a
still-
first appearance. She FTA
Yeah.
on a separate case, so that's not something we'll handle on the C calendar.
Okay, so it's a totally different case.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is just the first appearance for this case. So she's gonna have to wait until, what is she gonna be on, an SAP? Is it, I don't even know what court it's with.
This is a plea and arraignment with Judge Besson on August 28th of this year. So
The same
the
charge,
clerk's office will have to put her on a SAP calendar.
Okay,
it's the same incident, it's the same incident.
Ms. Gibbs, we'll talk about that later, but Judge Morrow, can we deal with can we deal with the FTA for the separate case, or is that something that needs to be done later on?
That's usually done on the SAP.
Got it.
I
Okay,
can
Ms.
put on the next SAP, which will be October the 5th and I can put both cases on that day.
Okay, let me. Okay, thank you, Ms. Champion.
Okay.
Who do we have next?
I gotta speak to Greg.
Position 7, Williams.
Take you to the hospital. Take you to the hospital.
Good afternoon, Ms. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 23 CR 005837Y with criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Fifth arrest. Last was 2022 disorderly conduct. Got an open trespass out of Clayton County. Open DUI, reckless driving, failure to maintain in state court. 2020 trespass, 2017 failure to appear, and the 08 burglary, theft by taking conviction. He's wanted out of Jonesboro. That's it.
Afternoon, Mr. Walker.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. In this case, law enforcement was dispatched to the Bull Food Mart located at 37 Lyndhurst Drive. They spoke to the clerk there that advised the defendant came into the store acting irate, knocking over stands containing food items, and then the defendant ripped wires out of the wall. When law enforcement arrived, they say to the officer, "It's me, take me to jail." We're going to be asking for $1,000 signature bond through the jail. No, I'm sorry, stay away from Bull Food Mart at 37 Lyndhurst Drive. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol while out on bond.
Any objection to any of that, Ms. Kim? Good afternoon.
No, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Okay, $1,000 signature bond through the jail, the stay away, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons. Good luck to you, Ms. Williams.
Position 3, Pierre.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge.
Yes, Mr. Pierre. You have been charged in case 23 CR 005833H with theft by taking. Is there any other history other than what I have in the chat?
Yes,
Mr. Howard?
13 total, 2023 failure to appear. Got an open criminal damage to property 2nd degree and failure to use crosswalk. 23 CP 216762. 2019 probation. 2017 ag assault, criminal damage to property conviction. And that charge I got in the chat for you. That's it.
Okay, Ms. Nemini?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened at 170 Piedmont Avenue Northeast. Yesterday, a defendant was captured via CCTV, taking an AED device from an enclosed box of the wall of the Georgia State MARTA station at 5:45 a.m. He was later detained at 9:53 a.m. by APD officers at 91 Peachtree Street with the AED device in his hand, and the device was handed over to MARTA custody. This bond is currently set at 2,500 surety. The state is asking the court to change it to a 2,500 signature bond, a stay away from MARTA, and to comply with any MARTA restrictions if there are any, and no alcohol, drugs, guns, or weapons, Your Honor.
To any of that, Ms. Kim?
We have no objection, except that we would like to clarify that it is through jail and also just MARTA one station, as long as he complies to MARTA suspension, Your Honor.
So it'll be a $2,500 signature bond through the jail, comply with any active MARTA suspensions, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Pierre.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck, sir.
Position 2, Nelson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Nelson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Nelson. You've been charged in case 23 CR 005832J with battery, family violence, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
This 8th adult arrest. Last arrest was in January. Suspended registration, possession of marijuana. We got an open possession of a controlled substance and possession of marijuana. It's 22 CP 210924. Got an open burglary 1st degree. 22 CP 210923. On probation for cocaine possession and with intent. Also simple battery, family violence. That's 21 CR 006482J. He should time out of probation with that one on the 25th of October. And he got another one, 20 CR 005553J. Simple battery DV. That's it.
What's this? Were those both convictions?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Nemini?
Yes, Your Honor. So this case where the state is going to transfer it to the DA's office, considering there's 2 family battery convictions. So this incident happened September 9th of 2023 at 183 Forsyth Street Southwest. Officers responded to the location based on a dispute call. Upon arrival, they made contact with Ms. Akira Weems, who is currently on the Zoom call, and I'd like to sound when it's feasible, who told police that her child's father, the defendant, had got into a physical altercation with her. She advised officers that she had texted the defendant asking for money, and when he failed to respond, she pulled up to the location that he normally frequents. Once she arrived, defendant approached her vehicle, opened the door, and then began striking her unprovoked. Their 2 almost 3-year-old child, AN, was in the car behind the driver's seat when the altercation occurred. Ms. Weems sustained a busted lower lip. Considering that 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 convictions. The 2020 battery.
Excuse me, Ms. Nemini. I'm sorry. Ms. Weems, we are happy to have you here in court, but this is an open courtroom. You should not be doing anything. If you're going to address this case, you should be paying attention, not making your bed. Okay? So either deactivate your camera or sit there and act appropriately in a court proceeding. I apologize, Ms. Nimini, go ahead.
No, you're fine, Your Honor. The 2020 case, he was convicted October 25th of 2022. He was asked to not have any further contact with Miss Akira Weems, in addition to other factors. And then the 2021 case was a simple battery with the same victim, Mrs. Weems, which he was asked to have no further violent contact with her. And he has another case that is open. He has 3 open cases, but he has another case, the 2022, where for burglary in first degree, then he's out on a 5,000 good bond, and he was supposed to have no further contact with the victim in this case, which is again, Miss Akira Weems. So considering those facts, Your Honor, the state is asking for $8,000 cash bond, a stay away from that location, which is 183 Forsyth Street, Southwest Atlanta. No further contact with Miss Akira Weems and AN, their daughter. No alcohol, drugs, guns, or weapons, and 1 day of anger awareness.
Just so I'm clear, Ms. Nimini, he was not asked not to have any contact with her. He was ordered not to have any contact with her. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
In both those cases?
Yes, all 3 cases.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Weems, if you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I will need for you to unmute yourself, make sure that I can see you on your camera, and I'll have to swear you in if you wish to address the court.
I don't have nothing to say.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Weems. Ms. Abden?
Thank you, Your Honor. My client is 20 years old. He was born in Atlanta. He's lived here his whole life. He does have 1 child. That child is 2 years old. He was about to get a job with doing valet, and he was supposed to have a virtual interview Tuesday, but he was subsequently arrested. And so he's hoping to be working there if they're able to reschedule him. He is enrolled currently in the Family Violence Intervention Program. It's my understanding he has about 3 to 4 months left to complete it. As you've heard, Your Honor, the allegations are that she contacted him, the complaining witness contacted him for money. He did not respond, and she showed up to where he was. So there's nothing showing that he wasn't abiding by the no further contact. It's also my understanding from my client that the complaining witness has been harassing him. He would not object to a no further contact. Again, a stay away from the complaining witness. As you've heard, they also don't live in the same home together. And the incident location is the Greyhound bus station. I guess he was just hanging out there and she came to meet up. So I am requesting a signature bond for my client so he can get out and hopefully get this job and finish his family violence intervention program. These are allegations at this time. As you've heard, there are a lot of instances of violence between these 2 people. It has been contentious. And so the fact that we're back in court today due to allegations she's made, when she was the one that showed up, I'm just asking Your Honor to take all that into consideration when setting bond. And if Your Honor is not inclined to give my client a signature bond, I am requesting a reduced bond. He's not currently employed, and he does have to pay those probation fees. And so I'm requesting a $500 surety bond if a signature bond is not permitted. That is all.
And Your Honor, and I just wanted to add for the 2020 case that he was convicted in 2022 of October, he caused lacerations to her head while she was pregnant. And then the other one that happened after that, he stroked the victim, where there's nothing on our end where there was a mutual physical altercation between the parties. It's all, from my understanding, it's the defendant. And I want you to, I ask that you take that into consideration.
And Your Honor, if I may, And although I understand the state's concern, however, that happened in the past, and we're dealing with the allegations here today. And so the allegations were that she was the one who showed up, and she was the one who was making these allegations. And so although there is a history of violence, like I stated, he's okay with the stay away. He's okay with a no further contact. And so I am still requesting a signature bond or a low bond that he can possibly afford.
With battery family violence, it's going to be a $4,000 good bond. For the cruelty, it's going to be a $1,000 good bond, making it a total of a $5,000 good bond. No further contact with Ms. Weems. Stay away from the Forsyth Street address. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, sir.
Position 5, Strozier.
No, Judge.
Good afternoon, Mr. Strozier. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Strozier, you've been charged in case 23 CR 005835G with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Ninth arrest, 2014 out of the cab, suspended license obstruction. Got a couple of probation violations from 2013 and a 2011 simple battery DV trespass dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, law enforcement was dispatched to 719 Hutchins Road. They spoke with victim, Ms. Frederica Alexander. She advised that Mr. Strozier struck her in her face multiple times. The officer did observe visible swelling and bruising on her face. Additionally, the defendant took a vacuum and broke out her car window before leaving the scene. We are asking for, to the one count of battery family violence, a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services. For the one count of criminal trespass, a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial services with the conditions of a stay away from the incident location, 719 Hutchins Road, no further contact with Ms. Frederica Alexander, and family violence intervention program. No weapons, drugs, and alcohol.
Aside from the family violence intervention program, Ms. McLeod, is there any objection? Good afternoon. Any objection to any of what Mr. Walker is requesting?
No, Your Honor. Aside from that, I have no objection to what the proposal.
Okay, I will have him have one anger awareness class. So it'll be a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, 1 day anger awareness, no further contact with Ms. Alexander, stay away from the Hutchins Road address, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
That's per judge.
Per judge. Good luck to you, Mr. Strozier.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good weekend, Ms. McLeod. I'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week. Thank you.
Judge Morrow, what is your breakdown?
2 and 1, 2 for the battery and 1 for the criminal trespass.
Thank you. Position 8, Wilson. Wilson.
And Your Honor, I see Ms. Alexander on the line. I know we just finished with Mr. Strozier's case, but she was the victim in the last case.
Okay, Ms. Alexander, if you wish to address the court, if you've heard the, oh, there you go. You've heard the sentence that was given to Mr. Strozier. Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the court? I'm not sure, she has a bad connection. You're muted, Ms. Alexander. And it appears that she might have a bad connection.
Yeah, I'm on the line.
Okay. Do you have anything that you need to say in regards to Mr. Strozier's case?
Yes, he's actually paid all of it off. He's been on everything he's supposed to do. He paid for the window. He actually been coming back around doing everything he's supposed to do, so I have nothing bad to say about him.
Okay, well, he's given a signature bond, but he's not to have any other contact with you right now, Ms. Alexander, until this matter is resolved, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have a good weekend, ma'am.
You too.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr.
Okay.
Wilson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yeah.
Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. You've been charged in case
Your Honor,
23.
I apologize, but oops. I also texted that this is MH, so I would like to request for a breakout room.
Hey, I was just gonna ask for a signature bond, so I mean, we can do a breakout, but
Sure.
okay.
Sure. What, Ms. Kim?
Signature on
Sure.
bond through jail.
Okay, let me finish addressing Mr. Wilson first,
I
okay?
apologize.
No, you're fine. Mr. Wilson, you've been charged in case 23 CR 005838A with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
19 total. Last arrest was in February 2022. Probation. He's on probation for robbery. 17 SC 151680. 2019 probation. 2018 and 19 failure to appear. 2014, 2015 failure to appear. 2014 trespass conviction. That's it.
Mr. Walker?
Yes, in this case, the defendant was arrested at the Texaco located at 294 Northside Drive after refusing to leave. The state is asking for a $1,000 signature bond through the jail with the condition of a stay away from that incident location.
Any objection, Ms. Kim?
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. $1,000 signature bond through the jail, stay away from the incident location, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Wilson.
You're done. Go ahead and have a seat.
I'm gonna get.
Position 9, Mr. Young.
Good afternoon, Mr. Young. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Okay, I need someone to mute who's. Thank you. Are we ready, courtroom 2? Courtroom 2, whenever you're ready, I need for you to unmute for me.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm so sorry. I
Okay,
apologize.
no, you're fine.
Thought I was not muted, but position 9, Mr. Young.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Young. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Sir.
Thank you. Mr. Young, you've been charged in case 23 CR 005834D with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
17 total. Last arrest was 2020 parole violation. 2018 parole. 2016 ag battery, terrorist threats, failure to appear and a parole violation. 2011 sale of cocaine conviction. That's it.
Okay. Let's see. Who do we have for the state?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kenya Jackson on behalf of the Solicitor's Office.
Okay, yes, good afternoon, Ms. Jackson. You can proceed.
Your Honor, this incident took place in March
of this year at 4100 Wendell Drive in Southwest Atlanta in Fulton County, Georgia. Your Honor, the accused did intentionally commit a battery against his then live-in girlfriend, Shantika Lynch, who is on the line. So when the court is ready to hear from her, she's available, by striking her in her face with his fist closed, causing a laceration to her mouth and her right eye to be swollen and bruised. At the time of the incident, the defendant and Ms. Lynch were engaged in a verbal altercation, which turned physical, where the defendant hit her in the right eye, as well as in her mouth. And she had visible injuries. And in addition to that, she was seen by Grady. She refused to go to the hospital, but she was actually seen for her injuries. Your Honor, we would ask the court to provide him with a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial services, no further violent contact with Ms. Lynch, and to participate in the family violence intervention program.
Ms. Lynch, there's your opportunity to address the court if you choose to. You do not have to if you do not want to, but if you choose to, I will need for you to raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
I was just gonna let y'all know that I didn't want to go farther with the case.
Okay, so are you and Mr. Young still together?
No, we're not together, but we do have a child together.
Okay, are you afraid of him?
No, I'm not.
Okay, would you like, do you want him to be restricted from being around you?
No, because we have a child together, no, sir.
Okay, and has this ever happened before or after this incident date?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lynch.
Thank you.
Ms. Abden?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any
we would not-
objections? Any objection to, aside from the family violence intervention, any objection to anything that Ms. Jackson is asking for?
Just that signature bond be through the jail rather than pretrial services. He does have a 3-year-old son. He has custody over that son, and he's taken anger management class, parenting class. He's gainfully employed, and he is the only he's the only person who can take care of his son, who's very young. And so I am requesting that be through the jail.
Okay, given the nature of the charge, per the judge, I am going to have it go through pretrial over the objection of Mr. Howard. Apparently, it'll be a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge, 1-day anger awareness, no further violent contact with Ms. Lynch, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good
Your
luck
Honor,
to you. Yes.
He is currently enrolled in an anger management class through DFACS. So is that sufficient? Can we, I would object to the anger awareness class just because he's already doing that at the moment.
Okay, so if he is already doing anger management, then he can provide whatever anger management. I just want to make sure that he does it. He can provide whatever anger management he's doing to pretrial, and that will suffice for my order of anger management. So if he's already doing it, which is wonderful, then all he needs to do is provide it to pretrial. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
So what level? Is this level 1 or level 3, Judge?
Level 1.
All right.
Okay. All right, Mr. Young, good luck to you. You also, Ms. Lynch.
Thank you very, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Davis.
Go ahead and have a seat for me. For Judge, for position 6, they waive their appearance.
Okay. And what about for position 4?
I believe they should be at Alpharetta Annex. I can go.
Okay.
Call
Okay. While we're doing,
APC, actually.
all right, would you get in touch with them for me while we're doing position 6 and see if you can raise them?
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, and so Ms. Kim, was this a
Yes.
waiver? I know it's a waiver, but is it do we need a breakout?
If the solicitor also want to offer SOB jail, no need to have a breakout, Your Honor.
That would be fine. That was my recommendation.
Thank you.
Okay. So is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Who is this, Webb?
Yes.
Yeah, position 6.
37 total. Last arrest was in June for trespass. Got a failure to appear from this year. A shoplifting trespass from this year. 2 more trespasses from this year. And a probation violation from 2022 and 2017. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Walker.
In this case, the defendant was arrested at the Chevron located at 556 Northside Drive after being asked and instructed to leave. He is being held on 1 count of criminal trespass. The state is asking for a $1,000 SOB jail with the condition of the stay away from the Chevron located at 556 Northside Drive.
Any objection to any of that, Ms. Kim?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll add no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. $1,000 SOB through the jail and stay away from that Chevron. Okay. Looks like we are holding on position 4. Let's see, while we are holding, so that we don't waste any time, Ms. Champion, can we go ahead and review the calendar if you're ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Position number 3 is a $3,000 sign-on bond through the jail. It's trying to be reset to the SAP 10-5 with the companion case. Position number 2 is a total of $5,000 good bond, reset SAP 10-12. Position number 3 is a $2,500 SOB through the jail, reset further notice. We're holding on position 4. Position 5 is a total of a $3,000 pretrial bond per judge, reset further notice. Position 6 is a $1,000 sign-on bond through the jail, reset further notice. Ms. Kim, I would need that waiver, please.
Sure. I emailed.
Position 7 is a $1,000 SOB through the jail, reset further notice. Position 8 is a $1,000 SOB through the jail, reset further notice. And position 9 is a $5,000 pretrial bond per judge, reset further notice. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, so position 4. Riley joins us.
Judge, what you say?
I said we'll be in recess until Ms. Riley joins us, position number 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Ms. Kim? Ms. Kim? Ms. Kim?
I'm here. I can tell her whatever it is.
Okay, so basically I have South Annex on the phone. I'm trying to see, because apparently they were not aware of Mr. Riley Montgomery. They're supposed to be on the Zoom. So I'm trying to figure out, did Ms. Kim talk to, evidently not. Ms. Kim is supposed to be interviewing Riley Montgomery. And then I'm gonna try to give them the Zoom link to sign on.
Sounds good. I'll give her a call, see if she spoke with him, but I don't think she did.
Okay, all right, Judge. So we're only holding on that for Mr. Riley, and that's pretty much it.
So as soon as we get that done, we'll be done. So we'll just be in recess until you all let me know that we're ready.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, I wrote in the chat, hey, Miss Kim does need to speak with Riley.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with the lieutenant at South Annex. They're gonna go ahead and call Miss Kim now. So that way he can be interviewed. I'm so, I just can't believe we missed that.
Fine, don't worry, it's Friday.
About South Annex, I had already known. I'm looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All good.
Okay, I'm trying to look for the Zoom link.
Actually, we thought he was upgraded to felony.
Do you want me to send you the Zoom link?
Please.
I got you. One sec.
Great.
You think he was upgraded to a felony, Ms. Kim, you said?
Yes, because when I saw the Odyssey screen, everything was CP. So
That's just his open felony cases.
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Let me check my email. Okay, thank you, Afton.
I sent the Zoom link to courtroom 2 and also emailed. If you guys still need it, let me know.
Are they gonna get him on video for us, Ms. Kim?
Your Honor, I did not ask about the video part.
Judge Morrow, I did send them the link for the Zoom.
Okay, so they should be joining us soon.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
You.
Hey, Ms. Kim,
Yes,
did you already speak with Mr. Riley?
yes, I did.
Okay, I don't know, they're not picking up. I don't understand why they're not connecting to the Zoom. Let me try again.
No problem.
Thank you.
Because his list was so long, everything was all felony. And then I didn't realize that the screen was scrolling that long.
Okay, let me try calling them back again. Thank you, Kim.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Judge, excuse me.
Yes,
They're waiting to sign on, South Annex.
okay. Thank you.
And the host let them in, please.
Oh, good afternoon. Is this Mr. Riley?
I don't know.
Good afternoon, Mr. Riley. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we're conducting by Zoom. Do you agree to have your case heard by Zoom?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Riley, you've been charged in case 23 CR 005839A with reckless conduct. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
This is second arrest. Last was 2022 shoplifting out of LaGrange. He has a hold out of LaGrange. He's been in custody since July. Ag assault, armed robbery, possession of a firearm during the commission, and some other charges.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor. The allegations in this case were on May the 11th, 2023 at 2909 Hamilton Road, Southwest Atlanta in Fulton County, Georgia. The officers responded to the location based on a person shot call. Upon arrival, the officers found Ashley Banks at the location suffering from a gunshot wound to her wrist. At the time, Ms. Banks lived in the apartment just below the defendant. After an investigation, it was determined that the defendant accidentally discharged his firearm in his mattress and it entered into Ms. Banks's apartment through her ceiling. Ms. Banks suffered a fractured wrist as a result of this. Your Honor, although the client is not, the defendant does not have any felony convictions, he is, as the pretrial mentioned, on hold on approximately 6 different CP cases. Looks like they ranged from mid-May until early June. Looks like he was on some sort of crime spree of armed robberies, aggravated assaults, and possession of firearms. As a result, Your Honor, we'd be asking for a $50,000 surety bond, no further contact with Ashley Banks, asking him to surrender all firearms, as well as having no weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Ms. Kay?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is only 18 years old, and this is his first ever arrest that has happened. And he's been at the jail for more than 84 days, Your Honor. And I try to see if this arrest warrant was basically Riverside issue. However, it was written yesterday. I'm sure they were able to find it a long time ago while he has been in the jail. However, it was written yesterday, and I really think he has a lot of other issues that he has to face. So I would like to request for signature on bond through jail for this particular charge. And also, Your Honor, his mother is willing to co-sign, and I was talking to her over the phone, and she was about to join. And however, I don't see her on the screen. And he was trying to get a job at Delta Airport, pushing wheelchairs as a part-time, and he is actually 11th grade, still in high school. If he cannot, since he has been skipping the school almost 84 days, he is facing to move forward with a GED right now. Your Honor, yeah, he says he is very healthy, but we still want to ask for signature on bond. Thank you.
It's going to be a $5,000 good bond, no further contact with Ms. Banks, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. That means surrendering all firearms that he has in his possession. Okay, and I guess they'll see him at the SAP calendar if he doesn't get out on the 12th of October. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Riley. Okay, that completes the SEA calendar for today, Friday. I hope you all have an enjoyable weekend. I will see many of you back on Monday.
Hey, you're not coming tomorrow?
That would be a no. All right, y'all take care. And Ms. Champion, did you get those orders I sent back over?
Yes, sir, I did. I'm about to send this one over to you.
Okay, very good. Y'all be safe. See you next time.